Member surgical team stands at the edge of a delicate moment inside the National Cardiothoracic Center, not on a make or break mission, but on a profound journey of hope. Their task is as tender as it is urgent: to help the heart of a 3-year, 10-month-old boy beat as it was always meant to, for the very first time since he entered this world. His name is Delshad Adiku Alukuri.
That's an ending. I did not call Benin Government Hospital. I'm a more refer by Confanochi. To Confanochi, one almost refer by Kolebu. The other almost say, when ya Yaremi, I double right ventricle, not PDA.
Delshad has a complex heart problem. He has 3 holding heart conditions. In addition, there's one vessel that carries blood from the heart to the lungs. That is narrow. He's not been going well. He's not able to eat well. He's not going well. He cannot play with his peers. He cannot study. He doesn't have the energy that a normal toddler has. And if you look at his weight, he's falling quite behind what is expected. So generally, the whole body is not doing well.
Correcting each of these delicate defects now rests in the skilled hands of the surgical team, led by the director of the National Cardiothoracic Center, Dr. Ko Nsuamensa. For a child his age, Delshad should have worn the fullness of strength and a soft, healthy roundness. But instead, his frail frame quietly tells the story of an illness that has taken a heavy toll on his young life.
Na the Irohone or how Bapa 157,500 Ghana cedis. None almost see in Tiana or Mofanya surgery. In fact, near to Triania and Toby.
For a teacher earning an average of 5,000 cedis a month, this daunting sum stretches into a lifetime of sacrifice. 2 years and 7 months of earnings. A journey that would demand of Mr. Alukuri an almost impossible devotion to live, yet not touch a single peso of his own sweat for all that time.
The treatment of these conditions are expensive. If you look in the setup in the theater here, you need at least 10 doctors and nurses to be able to conduct one operation. We have the heart-lung machine and then the sets. Everything is completely disposable. It is single use. Anesthesia machine, temperature regulation, bed warmer, so many things. And none of it is made in Ghana. So it's a very expensive undertaking. After here, he's going to be in intensive care, mechanical ventilation for a while, but he will remain in intensive care for a couple of days. And being a small child, there are a lot of medications that we have to give to support the circulation, support respiration, and support all the systems. And because of that, most people cannot afford the cost of this surgery.
Now, was on swear, because you are imagine me new feel crana asa. Tina bed in pa, Messa won't call out me from Tina head in pa.
At the brink of despair, when life hung by a thread, hope arrived through the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. His doctor took a chance, applied, and against all odds, it was approved, giving him a second chance at life. The 50-case pilot became a savior.
Joanna, I'm afraid, oh, my tears can be young papa, Nana, or Muman is surgery. In fact, your tears are under Sadano, and a year by Pa Flo, the beer, Payana, Mibama, Pain said. Yankopon want to come. No man who did not find you, manage my Panasoyano, one to us. Now, Miss Cosson, so as I said, almost a boy for no more so. One, Yiska de Buano, Omocoso Amwa, na, or the year Mascano, or fact, 1 year and 5 years before.
And that's why we thank the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. They have sponsored 12 cases in all that we are doing within this month. And it's a game changer. Look at this boy. Without this surgery, the future is bleak for him. Ability to grow well, go to school, get a good education, get employment, raise a family. It's not going to be possible. But once we're able to repair this defect, restore the heart to normality, then he can look forward to a normal life expectancy like any child of his age.
There are no more barriers. Hope now stands where fear once lived. The Ghana Medical Trust Fund has cleared the path. The surgery fully covered. The theater ready, waiting. Final checks are done. The moment has arrived. With trembling hands and a heavy heart, a father lets go, placing his beloved son in the care of the medical team. No words can carry the weight of this moment. Only silent prayers rise. This is the edge of everything. Delshad must come back alive. It is a complex procedure.
Complex because typically most people have one wholly heart condition, but he has an interventricular septal defect. He has an atrial septal defect. He has a patent ductus arteriosus, and he has a valvar pulmonary stenosis. So these are 4 conditions to repair for a small child, for a small heart. It's quite a complex and a tasking task. We'll go ahead and do it.
And they are doing it now. Delshad has been placed under general anesthesia, so he is deeply asleep and pain-free. The surgeon now makes an incision down the middle of the chest and separates the breastbone to reach the heart.
We have the next 4 to 6 hours to do this, and I'm sure that by God's grace we'll do it successfully.
He has now been placed on a heart-lung bypass machine, an extraordinary system that gently takes over the vital work of both heart and lungs, sustaining the flow of oxygen-rich blood throughout his body. In this delicate phase, the surgical team must proceed with utmost precision, ensuring a constant and stable circulation as the heart is carefully brought to rest and emptied, making way for the life-saving repair. The repair is now underway with meticulous precision. Working through one of the heart valves, the lead surgeon carefully reaches the defect, larger openings that demand delicate handling. Each is being patched using the boy's own tissue, a process that requires absolute focus and control. In this pediatric procedure, every movement counts. Sutures finer than a strand of hair are placed with exacting care, and the tension of each stitch must be perfectly balanced. Too tight risk tearing the fragile tissue. Too loose could allow a dangerous leak. It is a movement defined entirely by precision, where even the smallest detail carries life-altering weight. Nearly 4 hours into the surgery, every step has been meticulously documented by the nurse in charge. Thankfully, this intricate procedure is now drawing to a close. All the defects have been successfully sealed.
Yes, I am excited because, as you see, to correct it, we have to stop the heart completely from beating. We do the medically induced cardiac arrest so that we can open the heart. And then we identified all the multiple holy heart conditions that were giving him the problems. So we repaired all the holy heart conditions. And I said one of the main arteries, the pulmonary artery that takes blood from the heart to the lungs, was very narrow. And so we had to open it up and allow blood to flow adequately to the lungs. So it's been quite a complex repair, but everything has come up nicely.
As his blood is gradually warmed, Delshad's heart slowly comes back to life, beating on its own once more. An ultrasound probe placed down his chest provides real-time images of the heart, allowing the team to carefully assess every valve and patch. Only after confirming that everything is functioning perfectly is he taken off the bypass machine.
The echocardiogram shows that all the holy heart defects have been repaired, and then the narrowed vessel, we have opened it adequately. So we are very excited. The heart has virtually been returned to normal, like your heart and my heart, and it will allow him to function normally and be whoever he wants to be in future.
It is all over now, and the surgeons are rejoining the two halves of the breastbone. The soft tissues in several layers have been closed too. He can be taken to the intensive care unit now. Dr. Kwao Ntua-Mensah has just called his father to the ICU, and in moments like this, such a call could mean anything, good news or unthinkable. There's no in-between.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, by God's grace, we finished the surgery for the, yes. and everything went well. The multiple holes, like we discussed, and then the narrowing of the vessel. God bless, everything has been sorted out. We have had an echo in theater, and then it's all healed. Yes. So the nurses will help you. We'd like you to change your shoes, wear a gown, and then you can go and see him. Yes. I'm sure you are relieved and happy.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Yeah, very happy.
I saw something like pulmonary
stenosis. Yes, we have dealt with the pulmonary stenosis. I'll give you a small certificate in cardiac surgery. Good. So it's very good. Yes. Yes. They have made it possible.
Yes.
Yeah, they have made it possible. Now he can play with his friends. He can go to school. He can study. He can do anything that he wants. Yes, everything has been corrected. You never know. Maybe he become a president like President Mahama in future. Yes. Good.
Knowing whatever awaits must be faced together, Mr. Likuri brings his wife along. They walk in, faces drawn tight with fear, every step heavy with uncertainty. Before the doctor, their silence speaks louder than words, their hearts racing, bracing for impact. Then, at last, relief. It is good news. They are led to their child. With lingering doubt, they study him closely, eyes searching, hearts racing, until at last they reach out and touch him, needing to be sure he is truly there.
Grief no home na famous on say bibia problem me hanam hu ndie na as a match shock kakra
ndo hu no match shock ye mu hye mo pa de we osi da wo no ye mu hye odo ya ben de yankopon ya do na for no bo we na ebedu a anu so sitina se da na de nya.
Through the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, a family once on the brink of losing one of their own has had their joy restored, bringing them renewed hope and reassurance for the future.
Want to say Mahama K, a Burma or Bedom.
We are in the master because you can't mean maybe I'm a cocker for scurvy in the other surgery.
Do you remember this?
The echocardiogram shows that all the holy heart defects have been repaired, and then the narrowed vessel, we have opened it adequately. So we are very excited. The heart has virtually been returned to normal, like your heart and my heart, and it will allow him to function normally and be whoever he wants to be in the future.
Everywhere people need care. Fighting back.
This is Delshad today, less than 2 months after his surgery. Strong, healthy, and full of life. We traveled to his home at Sefiafianso in the western north region of Ghana to check up on him. And what we have witnessed is nothing short of remarkable.
Yeah, you're more free. I see you by. You try 3 days no. Na afi wa sha say no to mean nantin kakra nti ade chi bia improvement ba first no ujan mu an ntimi nko but ade chi bia ujan mu an no atumi akọ like step by step santi achi be 4 days no to me tum ni kam nyina
ti ya de ne ba na no ho ode ko odwane e be du fa say ni die mro so no awie pay.
But for the timely intervention of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, this story could have ended very differently.
My friend say, "Oma akoye payment na. Min nam jomu didwa. Bi jami ni mu gu ho na mi hu nia me nya me ho. Ta say mi hu nia mi bedu fie kula aduan kra ma no a. Mani age sa na mi si dabi. My friend so still I mean believe. Who say like me who the way me sin describe who say like azan for ho nti. Come say 1.5 billion ni achiri. Minjindi.
Today, there is renewed hope, healing, and a reason for this family to smile again.
So man enyo momwa maybe I'm a baby. Me, maybe I can say be on Tiasi. So you name the Abofrebia, ya won't obey and dachi. It be a president, it be a ministers near the
Friday already. It's Monday, the beginning of a fresh week. Another fine opportunity for you to rewrite the wrongs of yesterday. I mean, the weekend is over, and many people I know don't really like Mondays, but for us, we love Mondays. It gives us the opportunity to start afresh and begin from where we ended last week. Folks, good morning. Welcome to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe right here on yours truly, WoezorTV. My name is Randy Ahaji. The team is set, ready to serve you nothing but the best of breakfast on TV. Today is actually the 24th day in the month of August 2026. It means that in some 7 days more, the month of August will be over. Then we move straight into September. So you recall last week again, I mentioned that you need to take a look at the very things that you have stated that, okay, quarter 1, quarter 2 of 2026, these are the things that I want to do, I want to achieve for myself. Quarter 3 as well, these are the things that I want to take a look at and also ensure that I achieve all of them. Take a look at all of that. If indeed you are on track or not, today we tell you if there is a need for you to correct the wrongs that you made along the line, you better do that immediately. It is never too late. And remember, always never to give that pressure to yourself. Run at your own pace. Don't be in a haste. Don't follow what the others are doing. Take it easy on yourself, but ensure that you achieve that target that you have set for yourself. Once again, you're welcome to the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. It's drizzling here in Accra. I understand over the weekend it rained across some major cities of the country. Precisely part of Cape Coast also rained up north. Some communities also experienced some rain showers as well. But let's look at the weather condition for the morning. The temperature currently is hovering around 25 degrees Celsius, mostly cloudy here in the capital city. But temperature is expected to rise to 28, 29 degrees later in the day. But this morning, as it stands now, it is 25 degrees Celsius, so quite cold. And as I indicated, it's drizzling depending on where you are in the capital. But from Medina Enclave, it was drizzling along the line. So prepare very much ahead of your stepping out. If you have any busy schedule to do this morning, please just ensure that you carry an umbrella or a raincoat so you can protect yourself from the harsh weather condition. And again, let me use the opportunity to caution our drivers. The roads are very slippery. Please be extra vigilant, be extra careful as you drive on the roads this morning. Let's not record any casualties this week. Maybe we can just put it on ourselves, right? That this week, as drivers, as road users, we don't want to and we won't record any road crashes. If we do this week, the following week we try it again, the third week we try it. By the time we realize 1 month it's gone, we are recording no casualties, no cases, no major accidents on our roads. We can do it because the rules and regulations guiding our road usage is already there. Before you are even given a driver's license, all those things are applicable. You take a look at them, you write exams on them. So please, I hope I said that right. But I encourage you to join the conversation via all our social media platforms. If you're watching via Facebook, YouTube, and the others, feel free and drop your messages under any of the live broadcast. It is our responsibility to read them out loud and clear and share them with the rest of the world. Quite a number of things for us to take a look at this morning. It looks as if the feud between the Gold Board CEO, the minority and the minority leader seem not ending anytime soon. Fresh allegations over the weekend. Did you really hear what the Gold Board CEO said? I mean, the allegations that he's leveled against the minority leader, calling him extortionist and all of that. Well, let's see, interesting days ahead. We'll delve into that. But far from that, the minority leader or the minority reacted as well. Now, they have made a series of calls asking for a further probe into the allegations they leveled against the Gold Board some time back. Again, they are calling on Parliament to do a further probe, as I indicated. It's a conversation that we should be having this morning. But the other twist to the whole conversation is, you know, our very own Solomon Owusu and his compatriot, lawyer Andrew Apia Dankwa, they have filed a petition to the Attorney General, to the Office of the Special Prosecutor, I think, and also Shiraj, right? They are asking that they take keen interest in the accusations and allegations made by Sami Jemfi against Apenyo Markins, calling him extortionist and all of that. So quite interesting. Later on the show, we take a look at that petition filed by the two compatriots. I'm talking about Solomon Owusu and also lawyer Andrew Apia Dankwa. We look at the various points that they have stated, what they are looking or seeking to achieve at the end of the day. Unfortunately, Solomon also is not in the country. We would have loved to speak to him as well. But it's a developing conversation, and of course, along the line, we'll try and see if we can get Andrew to jump on it, and also get some anti-graft campaigners to share their thought on it. The big question is, how will this pan out in the coming days? To what extent will this go? Indeed, will there be further investigations while the minority is calling for that? Will there be investigation surrounding the accusations or the allegations leveled against Honorable Alexander Apenyo Markin? Quite an interesting one. So this morning we'll delve into all of that right here on yours truly, WoezorTV. But before then, this one, if I'm not talking, I'm not going to make happy. Why? Have they increased lorry fares? The report we are getting is just terrible. I just don't get why. I mean, a few weeks ago, we all agreed, we all sat here, we spoke to the GPRTU head, and they mentioned to us that there is nothing like an increment. And we also know so well that the government has stepped in. There is some sort of cushion. So why are drivers charging? Today, they took it from me too. When I say you both say I talk too much. No. Last week, colleagues complained. Godfred complained. I think Na also mentioned it. Jonas mentioned it. I mean, almost everybody in the office mentioned that there seems to be some sort of increment in the lorry fares. But what's that? What's really contributing to the increase? Is there any formal announcement? Let's find out. So for you, wherever you are watching, tell us the situation this morning. If the mate or the driver is charging you higher than what you used to pay, let us know. 0552697939 is the number. Feel free and send us a text on that. Remember, add where you are, you are sending the message from, so that we know that, okay, if it's from La Paz that you are picking the car from, we know, okay, it is the La Paz drivers that have decided to increase the lorry fares. And we know who to address and how to go about it. So we'll discuss all of that right here as well. We'll find out exactly what government is putting in place as measures to cushion the oil sector, or the oil sector, if indeed the challenges that were painted to us in the past has been resolved. We'll delve into all of that right here on the show. It's a packed show, so feel free to join us this morning as we prepare to serve you the best of breakfast. My name is Randia Haji. In the world of sports, the EPL has started. We saw the champions roared on Friday evening to kickstart the 2026-2027 EPL season. It was 3. But I don't know what's happening to the two Reds. Red Devil and then the Anfield Red. They didn't really excite the fans over the weekend. I don't really know what happened, but maybe one will also argue that it's a start to a new season. Of course, it's too early to decide or to pass a judgment. But I leave that to my man Godfred Amoafu. When he comes, he tells us how the weekend went as far as football and to a large extent sports is concerned. Remember, the GFA went to Congress last weekend as well. A lot is coming out. I think they've increased the prize money for the local league. But I am quite worried. I feel like the local league not really the move wheel at that. What ought to be done? Maybe in the coming days we'll discuss all of that as well. And in the world of entertainment as well, you know, the weekend came with a lot of activities depending on where you find yourself. Yours truly, WoezorTV's finest, Asantua, will come your way with all the latest updates in the world of entertainment. So brace up for it. as we prepare to serve you the best of breakfast. Clenham says I should do something and quickly. But join us this morning. Let's see how it goes. But motivation for the morning, yes. And I bring you this. I'm just in love with this. And it was shared by our CEO yesterday. I'm just repeating what he said. And I feel that it will benefit all of us, especially the younger ones, the younger generation. And the quote says, discipline is explaining to your brain that you need to sacrifice immediate pleasures for greater rewards in future. I take it again. Discipline is explaining to your brain that you need to sacrifice immediate pleasures for greater rewards in future. Self-explanatory, but let me just try as much as possible to touch a little bit on it. It simply tells us that, yes, this very moment, we know, Jijokokwa day around, joy day around. You know, Friday night, you need to go enjoy your body. Charlie, you need to sacrifice that though, because there is work to do. You won't go chill today. The small money you get, save it. You won't go spend now, you won't go enjoy your body small. You go do that forgetting that the future is staring at you. So try as much as possible to let go of the pleasures, the jijokpokpo, the vivise, your head inside is sweet you. You know, you feel like everything should be rosy, everything should be easy around you. It doesn't come like that. And even if you listen to the big men, the men who have made it, the women who made it in society, they sacrificed. They went through hell. They did a lot of sacrificial jobs. They gave themselves out. You know, they were rendered, pardon me, useless to an extent. But today they are the ones enjoying. So let go of all those pleasures. You can't be where you want to be. You don't have it. You don't have that situation now. You don't have that opportunity now. You don't have that chance now. This is the time for you to build. This is the time for you to start the foundation. This is the time for you to till the ground. Leave the enjoyment. Leave the pleasures. You want to fill your table. You want to enjoy in that cold room. No, that's not the time. Leave that pleasure for now and work hard. Let your brain get it. Let your mindset understand that the jijokpokpo you are looking for at this time is not needed. It can come after 5 years. It can come after 10 years. That is when you really, really, really enjoy. And I always tell you this, that sometimes it is just about God preparing you for the best in the future. If you rush it and get it now, what's the guarantee that you can utilize that opportunity, all the things that you are looking for? What is the guarantee that you can utilize them to the latter or to the best? So don't be in a haste for it at all. And I always tell you that you are doing your best. You are trying, you are working, you are on track. Don't be discouraged at all, but be cool, take it easy, run at your own pace. And whilst at it, remember to work hard. Remember to remain focused as well. And that's it for the morning, how we start our Monday morning as well. Let's take a quick break. When we return, my co-chefs will be seated for us to delve into the show proper. This is the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. My name is Randy Haji. There is more after the break. Stay with me.
Games we struggle before we set the tone roll. I know that we bounce back.
No, but my issue is that we saw how United ended last season.
Yeah.
And we personally, United is part of my first 5.
Yeah.
Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, United. Then no, sorry, I missed out City. Arsenal, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and United. My top 5 picks.
Top 5.
So I was expecting something good from United and even Liverpool.
Oh, it's just the first game. I mean, first game it's normal. Like I said, if you look at precedents, Man U normally struggle in the first 5 games. Even under Ferguson, but then you always bounce back to.
Charlie, the guy will come. We go explain tire. But the fact is that these are different players, not the ones we have under.
But like you also said, how we ended last season, and even in the preseason games,
exactly.
We're expecting that to bring that energy, and especially playing against a newly promoted side. Hull City. Oh, come on. There wasn't any sense of urgency. The players as if they were not ready for the season and all that. But I know that our next game will be a good game for us.
Which team is United playing?
I have to confirm that.
Okay, that's fine. You watch Liverpool too?
Yeah, I watched Liverpool.
But they were very impressive. Much better. They played better. They controlled
the game. They played better. I can see that there's new Liverpool. Even though old players, and I saw the coach trying to bring in more youngsters. And so, like the future, next 2-3 years, it looks good for Liverpool. They did well against Newcastle. They were poised. You saw from the start of the game, they were pushing hard on Liverpool, but they were able to contain the pressure and even, get that 1 point out of that game. I think they did well. Liverpool did well. But Arsenal, super.
No, but we played against Coventry.
It doesn't matter.
We'll have the right test in the coming days.
I mean, we saw the opener, which is the
match against City.
It's the same momentum you went into that game. And nothing has changed about the old Arsenal last season. You can see that every sector, every part of the team is working. Goalkeeping, midfielder, the link-up play, how the players
have signed
come around. Charlie,
can they give us the trophies already?
Unless that Arsenal syndrome sets, that's what you are praying.
No, we have broken that syndrome. And these guys will go out. Anyway, let me reserve that. Miss Na is here. Tell them.
Bye.
Now, I want to give you a role. And I want you to play that role to your best satisfaction.
What is it?
I want you to be an ambassador of the Ghana Premier League, Women's Premier League.
There's Women's Premier League?
Yes, you see, you don't even know.
Okay.
Oh, how on earth don't you know?
The
Women's Premier League. That alone tells you that we are so poor when it comes to publicity on that. Yeah, or don't you agree, Godfrey? Yes, because if now is in the media and she doesn't really know if we have Premier League for women.
What I know is fire service women, hazard case women. They are all part of the Women's Premier League.
So just like how Hearts of Oak plays, how Kotoko plays in that league, there is also a similar thing for.
But we don't really hear about them.
I agree with you.
We don't really hear.
That's why I say you should be an ambassador.
Okay.
Once you are an ambassador, you rally your friends. And you see, and you remember last time I said it?
Yeah, for
that. Yes, if we have all media, female media practitioners, support a club or adopt just the Premier League, the Women Premier League, on their socials, they hype it, their socials, they share flyers and all of that. You are building a momentum, you are building that fan base, especially from the women as well. Imagine the first lady deciding to grace any of the match venues.
You choose Accra House of Folk.
Do they have a female team?
Yeah.
Okay, so imagine the opening of the league season, she goes there. The following week she goes. The vice president, she's female. She goes there, donning any of the jerseys, going there to support. All the female ministers, all the female MPs, especially the ones in Accra, or depending on the area the game is going to be played. You gradually pull some attention towards it. And I feel corporate Ghana will now also come in to sponsor, and then we will begin to get more of our female who want to play football also catching up.
Talking about female politicians who support football, let me seize that opportunity to specially greet the Honorable Member of Parliament for the core constituency, Minister for Gender, Children and Social Protection, the Honorable Dr. Agnes Namumulati. You should see how she supports these ladies. She's always on the pitch with them. She is always hyping them up and all. So I think she set a very good precedent that we all need to learn from and follow. So, Honorable, good morning this morning, and then we thank you so much for all that you're doing. Your works have been recognized and acknowledged, and as you said, we also do what to follow. Yeah.
I think we saw the regional minister also. I think she wore the Heart of Folk JC recently. It is good. We want to see more of that. And I want the women to participate in the women football more. You understand? We went to WAFCON. Look at how the stadium was empty. Nobody was there to support our women. They came back. I mean, even at the tournament, they were complaining about their money is not being paid and all of that. Psychologically, it will affect them. These are women. And for them, they can't even play beyond 28 or 30. Unlike men who can go like 35 or even 40. Women, they are 30. By then, you know, you have to settle now. You have to start giving birth and all of that.
In the WAFCON, you have 35.
Yes, but I'm saying that, yes, out of the lot, you have 1, 2, 3 cases like that. Unlike the men where even 38, you have a lot of people.
Ronaldinho is back.
Exactly. Yes, I saw him over the weekend. And that also brought something to mind, that if you have all these old players who are investing in the game, how about our own players? And I spoke about how poor our local league seem to be. Imagine all the top players who have gone through the Premier League. Stephen Appiah, Asamoah Gyan, Laie Kingston. Name them. The ones who played the Liberty Professionals, the King Faisals, the Accra, all coming back, not playing, but investing in the team. Because they have gone out there to see a lot of things. They have gotten the exposure, bringing the lessons they've learned in Europe to help their boyhood club. I feel that we might change the narrative, especially administration-wise, because most of the clubs lack proper administration. So you have one man running the entire affairs of a football club.
No, that's
it doesn't really help. Anyway, now how was your weekend?
My weekend? Ask me again.
That was your weekend. Did you go to the Poshimo?
What?
Pashimo.
No.
Did you?
I wasn't at any Pashimo.
Okay.
But you see this scarf.
What is that?
Let me open the scarf very well for you. Ladies and gentlemen, see the scarf.
Oh, Ignite.
See.
Ignite.
Last week Saturday, we painted the city red. See. My mentor.
I want to use it to tie my hair.
You see?
I want to tie my hair.
Wait, when we close, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
This was my bona fide property.
So were you hiding it for me to?
No, it's at the back. You see, the vision is set for the appointed time. When the appointed time came, I showed it off. That is the same way you are working.
Yes.
Your works are not being seen.
Yes.
When God decides to expose you,
yes.
I got that will say you don't have to do any.
No. You just wait for the moment.
And it will just come.
How was the program?
Boy.
Yeah. Tell me.
See,
tell me.
The woman called Obobia. She's a blessed woman.
You know, see.
She is a blessed woman.
Ish.
See.
I watched from the TV and I was watching.
See. Nah, it's a goose pimples, it's a goosebumps. Saturday. It was
crazy.
Oh.
How did it go anyway?
See, we started off the day very well.
Yeah.
So we got in, you know, you have to sign in and all. We got seated. It was a very beautiful time of praise, worship, you know. And we were waiting for the exhortation. And guess who brought the exhortation? Mommy herself.
Oh.
Mommy herself came to mount the pulpit to give her the exhortation.
Charlie.
And she asked the question, where is your God? Randy.
Where is your God?
Where is your God? And she shared
yes.
See, she shared a lot of lessons with us from her life, and she's celebrating 49 years. 49 years old.
She doesn't look 49.
She doesn't at all. At all. And we can't wait for 50 because people get ready for us, especially we the Ignite mentees, because
the town red. But it was a great program.
It was. And you see, from her sermon she shared with us, where is your God? She shared a lot of lessons. She really, I would say, ignited something in me. And she cited an example where she spoke about you pouring into people. You're always pouring, always pouring.
Yeah.
Who looks out for you?
Yeah.
Who pours back into you? You know, you can't give from an empty cup.
Yeah.
Okay. You keep pouring, you keep giving, you keep pouring, you keep pouring, and you need to be refilled.
Yeah.
And so who will do that for you? Who is there on standby to do that for you and tell you, hey, take a break? If you do not have anybody like that, I think you should go back to the drawing board and start looking critically at your life. And she shared experiences from her, those days where she ran for the parliamentary seats in Wejak.
Yeah.
And she spoke about how she could wake up sometimes as early as 4 a.m. and you find people queuing at her gate. And when she lost the election for the second time in 2016, the day after she woke up, opened the curtains, and there was
nobody
no
was
one
there.
It tells you how people are. I mean, it's the nature of man. And it just reminded me of something that, in recent times, people give quotes around and said that after the rain, the umbrella becomes useless.
Yeah.
And just
after the blind sees,
the cane,
walking stick.
he throws the cane away. So because she has lost the election, no one came back to her. No one even cared to ask how you are doing, how you are coping. And she gave a story of how, at a point, even getting prepaid credits for the house became a challenge. Because she poured.
And she was not refilled.
And who was filling her up? Who was looking out for her? So really, it sent a lot of signal to me that I just had to look through, like, who? Because you keep giving people. I think recently I was talking to somebody that if anybody needs something, it's Karen, they come to. But if Karen needs something, who does Karen go to? And the moment you can't find answers for that,
there's a big problem.
No, you know you're in trouble. Because if Randy, you need 10,000 Ghana cedis right now, it's a matter of life and death.
Yeah.
And you look through your list of friends, you look through your circle, and you can't find one person to give you that support. Know that where you are, you're in trouble.
They are not
the wrong place.
I agree with you.
That people keep sucking from you, and you don't get anything in return. It's not supposed to be a transactional relationship, no. But as much as you pour into people, you should also be refilled. And who is looking out for you to do that for you? God, really?
Yeah. Because who will do it? Really? And that has been the story all around.
God
even
will
you
help
sitting
you.
there.
God will help you. God will give you strength. But we need people. And who is that one person who is out there looking out for you?
Enyaero. So the day she asked the question, did you get answers?
No, me, I've not gotten answers. So
yeah.
And so if you don't see me calling, so when was it? I think yesterday. There are people I would usually call in the call. I decided not to call anymore. And out of the lot, only 2 called that we've not heard from you today.
Yeah.
So we have started doing the same.
Yeah.
By the time we get to December, we've gotten the fine
ones out.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So 2027, we will not start with such people.
No.
You need to keep the circles that. Yes.
When you also small, keep it rich, keep it with people that would be of value to you. Okay. And the highlight for me was when the mentees got on stage.
Yeah.
So we had a beautiful surprise for Mommy. We got her a portrait that had 49,000 beads.
Okay.
So the portrait was like a picture, but was made with beads and had 49,000 beads.
Wow.
Yes, which was so beautiful. And we gave her, amongst other things, to commemorate her 49th birthday. So it was a very beautiful one. And let me send special messages to the leaders of the Ignite Youth Empowerment Initiative. Girls, we did it. And yes, God bless all of you. God bless all of us for our contributions, our sacrifices, our time to making Ignite always better. And yes, as we always say, Ignite is different. Ignite is here to stay. And yes, it is our future. So if you weren't able to make it, go to the WoezorTV YouTube channel and watch. But see, in the meantime, the scarf is beautiful.
I need one.
See, look at it. It's very, very beautiful.
I need one.
You know Sir George, eh?
Yes, Sir George.
Text him. This is very, very beautiful. Okay. So, that was it about my weekend was very, very beautiful. So, bona fide property and belated happy birthday going out to Mommy again. We love you.
But you can trust WoezorTV, of course. We'll have a session for a playback.
Yes.
That can
certainly.
Be
if you weren't there, don't worry. You can watch TV. Even people were late and they watch TV outside. So how much more you that you were at home? Oh, we love you so much. You will watch TV.
Anyway.
Randy.
All right. So that was it with how last weekend went, and the entire WoezorTV crew as well. They were there to bring to us the live update or feed on that one. But let's talk about something that happened or that has begun as well. Work has begun on the Lafa Basin, and Godfred has kept his eye on this development. Maybe we can just put that video on the screen so our viewers know exactly what we're talking about. So the Deputy Chief of Staff was in action together with the men. Charlie, I told you, Brigadier is not coming to joke this time around. Brigadier, Juma Kitwa Obabe, he's not coming to do small job. So we know that there was a major operation that commenced to reclaim the Lafa water retention basin in Malam. That actually, following years of illegal solid waste dumping and encroachment that severely silted the natural reservoir and triggered devastating flooding in surrounding communities. Godfrey, that's your stretch, right?
Yeah, that's my stretch. And if you can recall, somewhere last month or 2 months, there was a story that those guys that have been going around picking garbage have nowhere to
dump.
Yes, and so there was a long stretch from Malam up to Weija, down there to Tetegu.
Okay,
they lined up along the roadside. So this is where they were going to dump the refuse, you know, and not knowing a place to store water.
Hey,
retention.
Actually, lagoon. Understand?
No, hold on.
Yeah, that's it.
So
that's it.
Per what I have just read, it means that site is actually a retention site.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see the what I mean, it's below, it's a low land. So from McCarthy Hill, yes, so the water will just run down from Dansoman to all those areas to gather there. But now that place has been filled.
Oh, Charlie.
Now the next question is, where would they even take this?
These two.
Where you find on Modibeko?
That's a question you've asked.
Yeah.
Where
so this is the aerial view of the place we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
But again, you see, whenever we say one would be a year, so we need to even track how did we even get here. Yes, maybe not too much of importance now, but if we are unable to do that, trust me, after 2 years we may come back to this same situation if nothing is done about it.
So clearly this place is unauthorized for them to
dump. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And so you see far end, that's the lagoon.
Yeah.
So the water must lead to that sea in there. But then because of the garbage or the dumping sites.
So I see where somebody has decided to build.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Brigadier, why didn't you break this one? Or the time is not due.
Started, so probably.
And this one should have been the first one to be broken. Then the owner will know that we are serious as a people.
And you know what these buildings, these owners do?
No.
You see, when you build, you have to get a receptive tank, right, for the toilet.
Yeah.
They rather connect
to the lagoon.
It serves as a good place for them. Like,
this is
water. Are you guys serious? This is actually like a water, like a lagoon.
Randy, you know what this has done to Conakry? People of
Guinea.
Yes.
Guinea, yeah.
About 30 people have died from a landslide. This garbage slide.
Oh,
can you imagine a landfill slide?
Charlie, sorry if you are eating this early morning. We are sorry, but this is Ghana. This is Accra. Nkran, capital city.
You know one thing
so
about
see,
that
the water
side
has just packed its own
way. Meanwhile, the gutter is a very big thing.
Oh, we sit here blame people.
Now you wanted to say something.
Yeah. So one thing if you typically know Malam, that side stretching towards Pambros. Prophet, if you're looking at
I don't know
those
that
places are waterlogged.
Yeah, they are all waterlogged. That's where the
you look at Men's Chrome,
Sampa,
do you have a name? Sampa Valley. So behind the China Mother area through to where Mama Pass churches. Look at that side. Even towards Barrier. All on your left side. Just look at how the place is.
You're right.
So guys, hold on. You say where the excavators are. That actually is where the water should be.
It's a retention. It's a vast
be around that area.
The whole land. You see, but that's a passage. Like I showed you, and there you can see a lagoon and there. So this is a passage.
It's a vast land.
And that's a waterlogged area.
No way.
A reserved area.
No
like
way.
I always say, if we don't take that step to protect these lands, guide them that people will not, because after this they will surely come.
Oh, of course.
I'm coming. So from this area, now you know the area and you also know. Where does the water flow to? Back to the main.
It's going to the sea.
You see, the sea is further.
Yes.
But you see, before the sea, there's like a lagoon. So it moves into the lagoon and then gradually into the sea. So that place is more like a retention space for the water before it gradually gets into the sea. And I remember my dad was telling me something about the time where he was in Ebenezer Secondary School for 40 years
not
ago.
to cut you, but what we are seeing on the other side, don't forget your thought too. Frank, please pause the video for me. Oh, so that is where the water has found its way, right? Yeah. On the left side, that's where the water has found its way. Yeah. But ordinarily, it's supposed to be where we see the refuse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you see that side. Far end.
Yeah, that's where the sea is.
Yes. So that's the lagoon leading to the sea. And your far left is supposed to be Dansoma. So you see how vast the land is from Malam to Dansoma there. So the water will flow from all these areas. But this green side you are seeing is just a waterlogged area or retention area that will absorb the water, discharge it gradually into the sea. And that's what they've turned into dumping sites. And people are also encroaching, building houses around it. That's our situation.
This did not happen overnight.
No.
It didn't happen in 2 years.
No, that's
it didn't
what
happen
I'm
in 3
telling
years.
you that when my dad was in Ebenezer Secondary School in Dansoma over 40 years ago,
they had this situation.
He used to tell me they were wearing Wellington boots when it rains to school. And if you know Ebenezer, behind Ebenezer, it's a waterlogged area. They call that place in Poase. Okay, leading into Pambros. In Poase. And if you know Pambros, you know how even Pambros is. And it stretches wider to that side. It's called in Poase. But now you go there, those times when it rains, they're going to school wearing Wellington boots. Today it's not like that. People have built in those.
They filled the area.
They have filled and built.
So
this is what you are seeing. There's a place in Asoma called Otojo.
And the Pambros she's mentioned is a salt company.
So that they used to do salts there.
Yes. So you can even
Charlie,
see
this is bad.
A salt dam, salt pond over there. It means that this area now be the sea.
But this is bad. Yeah. This is really bad. And so now you see why I told you guys the last time that for us to even let's give our let's do a proper KPI for our MMDAs now. So that when the leader or the head of the assembly does not mitigate these things, Charlie, we are marking you on them. At least for nothing at all, sanitation should be our #1 marking scheme for all our MCs, our DCs, or whoever mayors and what have you. That if you have such a thing in your district or your assembly, Charlie, there is no way we are giving you 0/100. It's just like that. This is not allowed.
No way.
So in their mind,
this is capital city Accra. Godfrey raises a very good point. So if we clear this, and I think it's a genuine concern, most of these guys who carry the refuse speak about. Where do we send them to? So the people living in this area, you say Weja, Tetegu, Dansuman, blah 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 blah. Where would they send?
Even La Paz and things, they all
go here.
I always see them on the road leading to that place. Like I said the last time when it rained, they were unable to go there because the place got flooded. The traffic we saw on the road, about 200 aboboya loaded with this garbage and stuff, because the place has flooded and they are not having access to the dumping sites anymore. So they had to, line up for about a week or something before finally discharging them. So this is what it is. You understand? They feel like they found an ideal land. Nobody is using it, so let's use it for such a cause. But then it's a waterway. If we are going to dredge a genuine waterway for the water when it rains, and they will keep a site for the dumping site, then fine. But then if this is going to block the water and get flooded, that's why Weja and those are Tetegu and all that, get flooded whenever.
But even that Tetegu place, I don't know if you've been to the Tetegu after when you cross the footbridge and you get into the town.
I haven't been to the town.
There's nothing like dry land there.
Yeah, that place is,
Randy, there's nothing like dry land. So dampness, you look at the buildings and it's all damp.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I understand that the lava takes its source from Malangbawe, Zero, and the water flows all the way through Santa Maria, Antieku, Palace Town, as you mentioned, Alhaji Tabora, Makati Hill, and all into the basin before gradually discharged into the sea, just like you guys have mentioned. So we know that Brigadier General Richard Kinney, who is the commander of the 14th Engineer Brigade of the Ghana Armed Forces, I mean, together with his team, they were at site. But they mentioned that it's very challenging. It's very challenging.
You need more than 100 tipper trucks if you want to move these things from there for about a month. To where is another question? Maybe they will identify a recycling place to send this, because these are plastic waste. And so something can be done about it.
Surely.
Is this someone has parked blocks in there? Probably.
Any pillar.
Somebody is coming to build.
Oh, of course.
They don't care, crap.
What we they talk about, concern him, so he wants to go and build.
Not at all.
You see, such people, that's what I'm saying, that when you catch them, Charlie, no sympathy.
You see, this is the Malam interchange side. When we were growing up, that they started doing this Malam thing, people used to plant rice here, this side.
Even the interchange is water.
I know, yes, in the water.
So it means that from all that side going
beneath.
Yeah.
People used to plant rice there.
That's our situation as a country. You see, I always complain about the system. Something must prevent us from doing certain things. If we allow ourselves that, okay, go ahead, later we come and then demolish and all that, these things will keep.
Can we speak to the Deputy Chief of Staff?
Why not?
Yeah. Can we just see if we can reach him this morning?
Speak to him.
Yeah, let's fix the lines and see if we can speak to the Deputy Chief of Staff on this and see what's the way forward. How best can this be handled? I mean, like the very basic question: how did we get here? How are they going to move these things to where? Like Godfred mentioned, the people who have decided to encroach this area. What's going to be happening in the coming days, demolition, and all of that. Let's just find out what exactly is at stake. But the situation, as you see on the screen, is just terrible. And please, let nobody come and do a yezu, akuko. How do we call Pam? What? Pam. Abe. No, nobody should come and do that to us this morning. The other one is what? Kube. Yempesa. No, this one will do red, gold, green, black star. That's the flag, the colors we are talking about. Because it's terrible. Look, we will head into the dry season pretty shortly. Because, yes, and they'll start selling. But now, June, July is not far from us. Do the calculation and see. June, July is not far from us. It will come again. So, if the demolition is ongoing, please, already, grandpa, stay very far away from it. They must do it so that you stay safe. And you see the big buildings that are springing up around this area. Somebody has walled his own. Again, now I always say, this did not happen overnight.
No.
It took the people years to put up the buildings. The authorities living in this community or in this district, what did they do? I told you, when you go to Pong, it's happening though. That one is just at the roadside. There is this bridge. But it's just at the roadside, the main road. The main, after the station, depends on which side you are. If you are going back to Akosombo, after the lorry station, it's on your right. After the bridge, no, on your right. Lowland. The guy or whoever owns it decided to fill that space up, all the way up to the level of the road. Only God knows what they will build over there. That's actually, that place used to be a gutter, like a big gutter. Yes. The people living in, no, did I say Japan? Sorry. Pong. Yeah, you mentioned Pong. Sorry, I mentioned Pong. Good. This is happening in Pong. And they are sitting there watching it. If the unusual happens after 5 years, 10 years, they will come back and remember the day I spoke about it in this studio. Today they are okay. There is no pressure. There is nothing happening. 10 years, the owner of that property will die. Sorry. Or he will not be available. Then, when the incident happens, we are looking for who builds this, who did this. I am saying it. Pong, go to Pong. After the lorry station, on your right, when going back to Akosombo, it is there. they have leveled the place up to where the road is, the level of the road. They have filled that drainage, and that's how it starts. It starts gradually. Then we are here. Well, let's see how it pans out in the coming days, guys.
That has been our situation as a country. We sit there, watch things to grow. And I don't know why we have in our adage or the proverbs that we say in this country say, you know that this tree will probably grow and become a burden to us. We still sit down, watch it to grow without cutting it or even uprooting it from the beginning. We just sit down and do it. Like you said, this is not just a year or 2 or 3, not even 10 years. This goes beyond 20 or 30 years. And so I mean, those that were even kids as it started are now men. Understand? So who would dare to say that? Let me stop people from dumping at this side. You will not even you don't even think of it, because this is what you grew up. I mean, seeing and all that. So it traditionally becomes like this is where we need to dump the refuse and all that. But then, like I said, the demarcations and all these things, it shows that town planning, city planning, and all that. This is not where you need to dump your refuse. But when you tell them, they'll ask you, where is the alternative? And the one to provide alternative will tell you, you don't have any alternative. Then where do we keep the garbage? You understand? And so you sack them for today. Tomorrow you yourself, you can't come and sack them because you're
not giving them an alternative. I agree with you.
Exactly. You don't have any alternative. But you see,
for them. Can't they, I don't know where, but the volumes of waste we produce in a day is huge.
It's huge, very huge.
As a city, it's huge. I was going to say that maybe they could find a space around that area, segregate the waste. So you have plastic, you have solid and whatever, liquid or whatever it is called. So they are separated, and then it becomes easy for them to pick. Because this one is mixed up, plastic mixed with everything is there. So the big ups to the military men and the deputy chief of staff for doing this.
They are doing their work.
Hey, the briefing they brief on that day.
But going forward there, for us to absorb all these trash and all that, we need to build a, like I said, where to contain them. Recycling plants and all that. So that pay people to go around to collect this. Because about 90% of this is plastic waste. 90%. Because
and you know the non-plastics easily decay.
It will decay.
You get it? It is the plastic. So I think I buy into your idea. If we are a group of people who are intentional and we decide to set up at least 2 or 3 every district has one. If we are able to do that.
The boys going around to collect their rubbish, they won't even take it in. They'll just go select them and come and sell it to them again and make additional money. And probably even households will stop giving their garbage to the boys. They will take it to them directly, buy it. Yes, because is it Germany or one of the foreign countries? They buy these cans and plastics. So after you finish drinking your water, you take it to the shop.
Oh no, but even in Ghana we pay. I mean, people pay for the plastics.
That's only one factory somewhere. People will just collect them. If you go to Kaswa, when I wake up, I see old grannies and all that moving around picking 2, 3. They gather them and sell them 100 cedis after a month or 2. I mean, that is not effective, because look at this. I hear no bet to me for a day for the country. So if we build a system to absorb this, because after here, what's next? Where are you taking them to? Are you collecting them from the place, or you are just making a way for the water to pass?
I feel you.
Because this is huge.
And that can also be some avenue for job creation. You understand? Because I think, you remember I told you a story where a woman, I don't know which of the dumping sites, but she said that's her property. They've collected the rubbish in some rubber bin, and it's on a dumping site too. Plastic. So they pick. No, they showed one crowd a few minutes ago in a net sort of thing. She said that's her property. She's paid heavily for it. So it means that we can even create jobs in that space.
This landfill.
Opposite the Kolebu mortuary. The Iricop place. So if Randy say you've been drinking bottled water, you can keep your bottles there. Maybe you can crash them, put them in a sack, you take it there. They'll wait, give you money.
Oh, so, really?
Boxes, maybe boxes of biscuits, boxes of whatever box, paper box. you collect them, you take it there, the way give you.
So just like how the same guys do it.
No, not the daddy sen. So the daddy sen.
No, I'm saying like just like how we have daddy sen.
Yeah, the daddy sen. Yes. So whatever it is, your boxes. So instead of buying box of biscuits and just folding it into the dustbin, just accumulate them, put them in a sack or something, take it there, do wait, give you money, you're off to go. But how many can they buy in a day? Because there are instances where people go and then they are paid very less. You realize they accumulate a lot.
Yeah.
I remember one lady at the market, her business wasn't really booming. So that was what she does. So at the end of the day, she'll go, Kaneshi Market has floors. So she goes to the floors that sell provisions. She'll collect the empty boxes they have gotten for the day, bring it down there. She was doing that for a long time. She went, I think that day, they had gotten a lot of people, they've paid a lot of money. So they short-handed. Or she came crying because that was more like a second source of income. They do that. So, but again, the question, how many can they buy in it? How much?
And how many people can even pick these things? We are talking about one, cleaning the cities, two, making sure that the garbage that we pick properly contained and all and those things, because they will definitely come back to the society. There's no way these things will go. I mean, they will come back. People will go, they pick the for because when you buy this can thing and you see Charlie Adewe and then you see it's been used by different people. So recycling, it's there. So we need to build that system. You need to build that mentality.
No, but again, I think we should go back to that attitude of recycling.
It should be like, I mean, we recycle in this Ghana. Last time you did an interview with this man, he said that we even import plastic into this country because we are failing to pick what we make in this country.
Yeah.
You understand? So there's that, I mean, gap, huge gap.
Very
we need to reorient ourselves. You need to create that capacity to absorb them. Because best study now could go anywhere we want. And this is just in Accra. There are many across the country. You see? So we can do more, but this is unacceptable.
Very, very much unacceptable. And you see, you look at it, and it's not just the plastic rubber. Well, the bags, the plastic bags. You find the bottles, and it takes me back. Those days we used to have soft drinks in glass bottles. While you drink, you finish, you take the bottle back, they recycle again. What happened to that culture? You see, the influx of the plastic bottles, the exclusive use, blah blah blah, it has gotten us to. It has also contributed to all this mess we are facing now. Because now you buy it, you drink, and then people just throw it away like that, off it goes. So if water gets inside, already it's breeding mosquitoes, it's choking in our drainage, it's causing floods and all. How did we get here?
It's hard time we even move from this polythene and all this black.
And I think EPA is doing a good job.
We need to move to the paper bags, because if you go to the big hotels, they serve you and they serve you in the paper bag and all that. I mean, why can't we? I mean, make it. Extend it so that we just wipe off this paper. I mean, the polythene bags, because we don't know how to keep them well. They find themselves back into the street and all that. And you go to the beaches and all that. This is even a landfill. And go to the beach. What's happening there? People just carry them and then dump them in the sea. It brings it back to the beach and all that. So, Charlie, our sanitation issue, it seems like for years you went back to sleep on it. Nobody cared about it, and now it is coming back to haunt us. I watched a certain movie that the sea was giving up all the trash that we've been dumping in the sea. And there's a movie like that. Yes, and that's what taught the whites knowledge. And it gave them the sense that, okay, the sea is another community of its own. And so if you are going to dump this into the sea, imagine this, a heavy water comes and pushes it back into the sea. Let's assume it washes this into the sea. I mean, look how polluted our ecosystem will be in that sector. So it's a good step. We thought that the team would go back to sleep after we saw some few videos, but it seems that they are still on the ground. They are still working. They are identifying these hotspots areas and trying to make it good for us. Maybe in the next 2-3, if this should continue, probably it's not like we are cutting flat. You will see it, but the magnitude that we saw in the June 29, maybe we are not going to see it again because the factors are being worked on. The major factors that contributed to that flood are being worked on, and as we are working on, probably like I say, after here, who will guard the place to ensure that these people are not coming back to dump there, because about 20 trucks to 50 trucks getting in there daily, it means that we are definitely going to record this volume in the next year or two.
Yeah.
Because as human as we are, we keep on, making the trash each and every day. And somewhere must be a place that will collect all this trash that we are making in our various homes and then recycle. That's what we keep saying. And I've been hearing recycling from when I was a kid to now.
Yeah.
We don't have a national recycling plan, something that will boost us, that we need to take this here, this, that. If not, then we always come back to the same conversation each and every year. We should look sharp as a country. So kudos to the team. They are doing a good job. But the sustainability, one question Randy asked in all his conversation, the sustainability. Yeah. How do we ensure that this place, after being cleared, will remain clean, remain untouched, will remain protected, that people will not have access? And what is the alternative for those who have been relying on these sites? Yeah. You understand? It's very important. We can't keep the rubbish in our homes too. You can imagine the cholera outbreaks and the diseases that will come with it. So what would be the alternative? Yeah. If you leave them like this, if you don't engage the community, if you don't engage those involved, they will come back when you are gone. They will come back when you leave the sites, and you will have to come back there. So the issue becomes cyclical. I mean, you have to come in and go in. So you come in and go in. Let's find a lasting solution. That would be the best.
Anyway, let's find a lasting solution. That would be the best. Now, I know there is a story we would have to touch on. That has to do with the alleged abuse of a student, right? We'll come back to that. But in the meantime, let's celebrate some birthdays.
Oh, you spoke about the lorry fares and...
Yeah. The lorry fares, Okay. Let's talk about lorry fares.
It's very important.
It's very important. Yeah. How much did you pay this morning?
You see, because they are charging unauthorized fees, it varies. Today I paid 12 cedis instead of 11. But last Friday...
Originally, how much?
11 cedis.
Okay. From Kaswa to...
Yes, to CP. Last Sunday, I paid 13 cedis. Okay. So I was asking myself, so you people, you want to even... So everyone comes with their own, prices and all that. But
have they announced that there is an increment in lorry fares?
They're even arresting people, drivers. Okay. But they are still charging it. You understand? They feel like the prices of the fuel probably have gone up, so they need to. But the issue is that when you're buying the prices of the fuel at 9 cedis, you do not reduce the prices, right? Yeah. So when it goes up again, your explanation is that when it goes up, it will fill up. Yeah. You'll come back to the same route again. But now you are saying it's going up and you are increasing the fare. Yeah. So it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Sometimes when you challenge them, the way they will come at you in the car and
so don't challenge.
You just have to pay.
Well, you can't challenge. You are dressed like this and you are challenging over 1 cedi. Unfortunately, for those of us who hang our ID cards on our waist and on our breast pocket.
You do that in public transport?
Oh no, sometimes you forget. We always hook it on the belt. The belt hook or whatever. Yeah. So sometimes you forget. When you are going home, you forget and it's there. You only realize it that, Charlie, there. So how can you be dressed like this and be arguing over one cedi? I mean,
you can pay.
You can pay 1 cedi. Right, it's terrible. The same thing happened to me this morning. You guys were talking about it last week. I didn't have a feel of it until this morning. Because the same amount I paid on Friday, that was the same thing I was expecting the mate would have taken from me today. Yeah. But he gave me a different change. I looked at him, I'm like, hey, Charlie, well, it was too early for me to argue or to drag issues. Yeah. I just said,
and they come with boyo face.
Yeah. So he exactly.
They know what they are doing.
You remember last time we spoke about how people treat some of them, and it is the reaction they also give. So some of them are so rude to the point that they give you some bonyo face, be like that, to show that they are gangster or something like that.
If you're there, they'll insult you. They'll disgrace you. You just have to keep quiet and swallow.
Oh yeah,
they'll disgrace you. Oh yeah. That was that day we had that conversation. I was defending them in some way, right? The next 2 days, small boy made insulted an old man. The man said, "You, my son is a soldier."
Yeah, I'll deal with you.
The guy told me,
"You can't do shit."
Hey, you insulted the man. Like, hey.
No, some are very rude.
Hey.
And so you see, for me, I always say that two ways, Godfred. When we cry for the hawk, we need to cry for the hen as well.
Yeah.
In the sense that if I am paying more at the pumps to buy fuel, it is just right that I also increase my lorry fare, so I meet it. Remember, some of them don't own these cars. They drive for people.
Yeah.
The owner of the car doesn't care whether there is an increase in
fuel price or not.
His sales must be made at the end of the day or at the end of the week, which puts so much pressure on the driver and the mate. So one way or the other, you can really understand them because honestly, the prices are up at the pumps. What is the mitigating factor? The 2 Ghana cedis. Now the drivers, some even argue that it is not enough to help them resolve or close for the gap that is there. So if indeed government wants to do it, then they should do more than the 2 Ghana cedis, or try as much as possible to, find a way to ensure that the prices don't go up. How can we do that? And that is why they also increase the fares. But I feel it is just profiteering. Like I'm saying, sometimes you understand them when they come from that angle. But aside that, some just want to profiteer in a sense that, okay, I used to pay 11 cedis from Kaswa to CP. If there is any increment at all, remember the government has absorbed that 2 cedis you are talking about. If there should be any increment at all, then make it 50 pesos or 1 cedi. But skyrocketing it all the way to 2 cedis or 3 cedis, I feel is just unfair to the end consumer, which is you and I, the passenger. Because if I used to pay 7 cedis from School Junction to CP, and Monday morning I wake up and you're taking 10 cedis from me, that's how much? A difference of 3 Ghana cedis. Maybe I may not complain, maybe you may not complain, but the man who is struggling to even get 10 cedis a day will complain because it takes 7. I always meet a woman on this stretch, the corner here. She's always asking for money for lorry fare. Imagine it is true. Imagine it is true.
Where is she traveling to? They always asking.
She says she's going to work and she dresses well, carries a hand, like you know how ladies go to work early morning. So you feel that, oh yeah, you want to,
she's at work. That's her work.
Let's say even if it is true, that's what I'm saying, even if it is true that she's going to work, the same distance I am covering, where will she get a 10 cedis? So it means that she will not get a 10 cedis again to go to work.
That woman. Every month you ask, you work pro bono.
I say almost every day I see the woman on the
she works for free or something.
I don't know. I don't have anything on me, So you also have 10 cedis.
Yeah, Randy, the increments, we the passengers, we are not against it. But the fact is, for the past 2 years, I've been paying 11 cedis. And the past 2 years, we've had variations in the prices of the fuel, right? So when it was 15 cedis, I was still paying 11 cedis. When it came to 14 cedis, I was still paying 11 cedis. When it came down to 9 cedis, I was still paying 11 cedis.
Okay.
You people did not tell me that it's now 9 cedis to 8 cedis.
Okay.
So you are bringing it to 8 cedis.
Okay.
You are still taking the 11 cedis when the fuel price was around 9 cedis. So the fact that we even compared it to the price of a malt.
I
remember.
And now that there are issues, beyond our control, medical, to the extent that we are paying 11 cedis or 13 cedis now.
Why are you using medical?
that he says beyond control.
But you are giving me, okay, that's fine.
You understand? So now that it's now 14 cedis, it was 16 and government took away the 2 cedis and then absorbed 2 cedis and then 14 cedis. I should pay still 11 cedis because when it was 9 cedis, look at the difference. 9 cedis and then 14 cedis.
Okay.
That's about 5
10,
cedis,
11,
right?
12, 13, 14.
That's 5 cedis difference. I was still paying 11 cedis. So you were making plus 5 cedis on my money then. So when it comes back to 14 cedis, you should know that, okay, they're not mutual and it is now absorbing it. That's it. You need not to increase that. That's a cheat.
Okay. Okay, I think
so. Tomorrow, when you start charging 12 cedis or 30 cedis, tomorrow when it drops to 10 cedis,
they bring it to 11.
Will you reduce the price? You shouldn't forget that in this country, they've never reduced the prices of a lorry fare before.
Oh,
they yes, they will tell you we are maintaining it so that next time when it goes
increase,
up,
we'll keep it like that. Well, interesting. Unfortunately, the GPRT rep is out of the country, right? We followed up yesterday, but he is unavailable to speak to the issues. But I want to believe that it's an illegal.
Yeah, it is because there's no official. That's why AMA has started arresting people.
Charlie, Ebefa Ntokwaba, because this morning it was brutal. Just that it was a young mate, a small boy who was in my car. So for him, when you do hear small, he will fear small, and then. But mates cars where you find mates with the bonyo face.
Papa mates.
Papa.
Oh, even if you are macho, the strongest in the car, if the passengers come together to beat you, what will you do?
There is a passenger in that car who supports the mate.
Yes,
you always find
who will be nonchalant.
You always
who will be nonchalant about it.
It's more political too.
Yeah, I agree.
It's more because in the car, you find others that will be happy. You should increase it more. Hey, Atum.
Say Aka.
The funny thing is today, the driver went to the station and paid 1,200 for fuel.
Okay.
And he said, hey, 1,200 first night Café.
Exactly, that's what they say. Yeah. Exactly.
And someone was in the car like,
You know the partisan cards that we play in this country. It eats so deep into us that things that we need to even fight as a unit, we rather tend to fight as individuals. So you are MPP, you are NDC. Meanwhile, the man at the top is enjoying, and you and I are fighting.
It's somebody's prayer.
Because at the end of the day,
dollar should go high.
Yes.
The city, so that
but you're paying the same 11 cedis I am paying. So which one is that? Okay,
they don't care. I mean, they want to go to the. Sometimes when they are watching Vox Pop, they want to hear negative. Okay, President Muhammad.
Then
you see,
partisan.
What do you want your party to come to power to do? You want a change, So if why don't you support the change that you are seeing?
So long as it's not their party,
you see that is the thing.
It's not good for them.
Ghana is divided.
I tell you that if we had our own way, we would share the sun and moon amongst our
party.
It's sad.
It's bad.
It is.
I don't know how the democracy was introduced. I don't know how it was introduced.
Matter for another day.
We need a proper orientation. But we are not done with this conversation yet. Because we need to find out if indeed there is a communique that says that there should be increase in lorry fares or not. I mean, we'll discuss all of that. What must be done to ensure that the profiteering is ended and drivers don't go out there to, should I say extort? Yeah. The word for the week is extortionist. What does extortionist mean? We'll look at that. But first, let's celebrate some birthdays.
Right. So let's do it to celebrate some birthdays. This one here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. But coming back from the weekend, let's do some belated birthdays. Let's see who we are celebrating first this morning here. Terry Carris, belated happy birthday to you. Terry, may this year be a great year for you. Enjoy your year so much. Terry Carris, belated happy birthday to you. Enjoy your year. Away from Terry, let's see who we are celebrating again this morning. Rosalind Sika Barrow, belated happy birthday to you, beautiful girl. May this year be a great year for you. May this year be an amazing year for you, a beautiful year for you, and may all your wishes come to pass. Kweku, belated happy birthday to you, Rosalind Sika Barrow, also known as K. Rosalind. Enjoy your year. Away from her, who are we celebrating again this morning? Omar the stylist, belated happy birthday to you. This is coming from Selassie here at WoezorTV to you. He wishes you a great year. Enjoy your year, Omar the stylist. Away from him, let's celebrate Mr. Isaac Opoku Ajiman, belated happy birthday to you too. Also coming from Selassie here at WoezorTV to you. May the Lord bless this new year for you. Have a blessed one. Away from Mr. Opoku Ajiman, let's celebrate Mami Dufie, belated happy birthday to you. May this year be a great year. May this year be a beautiful year. May be an amazing year. Mami Dufie, belated happy birthday to you. And this is a special one from Selassie to you, Mami Dufie. Enjoy. Viewers, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mami Dufie, enjoy. Yeah. This is coming from Selassie of WoezorTV to you. May this year be a great year for you.
Now
May
I have a text message from Karim.
Okay.
Karim says he would send some 5K to Mami.
See, Karim has been promising Momo since.
He delivered.
He doesn't deliver. The last time Tama's birthday, she did. She tagged you on TikTok. She tagged you on TikTok. Yo, Mami Dufie, enjoy your year. Moving on from Mami Dufie, who are we celebrating again? Gifty Amofa Poma, belated happy birthday to you, and a special one from Motion Kev here at WoezorTV to you. May your year be blessed, may your year be beautiful, and may this year be an amazing one for you. Gifty Amofa Poma, enjoy your year. Away from Gifty, let's see who we are celebrating. Okay, so belated notable birthday to Pastor Jerry Uchechuku Eze, a lead pastor of Streams of Joy International, and I know most of you are familiar with him on the NSPPD prayer platform. So yeah, if you celebrated your birthday, his birthday was on Saturday, so if you celebrated your birthday on Saturday, you share your birthday with Pastor Jerry Eze. Away from him, there's another notable belated birthday to the administrator of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, founder of the Ignite Youth Empowerment Initiative, mother to many, mentor to many, Mommy Obobia Daku Opoku. Mommy, belated happy birthday to you. We love you so much, and may this new year bring you a lot of blessing. May the Lord shine his favor upon you. Blessings on blessings we pray for you. Peace on every side, increase on every side. And may this year bring you all the goodies it's got for you. Special 49th birthday. And we look forward to the next 49 years ahead of you. We look forward to celebrating a century with you, Mommy Obobia Dako Poku. Belated happy birthday. And may the Lord bless this new year for you. Away from here, let's see who we are celebrating again. Okay, so to today's birthdays, let's celebrate an amazing personality. Mama Margaret Sefa, happy birthday to you, Mama. And may this year be a great year for you. May God bless you so much. And thank you for being such an amazing mother. Thank you for being a great mentor. Thank you for being one great model I can always look up to. And thanks for all the words of encouragement. You've really played a big role in my life. I can only thank God for your life, and I celebrate you so much on this occasion of your birthday. I pray for long health, long life, good health, prosperity on every side, and increase in all that you do. May this year come with lots and lots of peace and all the goodies the year has come with. Mama Margaret Sefa, happy birthday to you, and this is from your little princess to you. Away from her, who are we celebrating again this morning? Architect Yao Ampem Dako Opare Ado. Happy birthday to you, Boga. God bless you so much. And may this year be a great year for you. And we wish you the very best that life has got to offer. Have a great year. Have an amazing one. Architect Yao Ampem Dako Opare Ado. Enjoy your year. Away from him, who are we celebrating? Leila Al Hassan. Happy birthday to you, beautiful girl. And this is coming from Patience Asari to you. She wishes you a great year, an amazing year. And yes, may Allah continue to bless you in all that you do. So Patience Asari wishes you a happy birthday, Leila Al Hassan. Away from Leila, do we still have some more celebrants here this morning? Okay, Mrs. Christiana Amagbeku. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Christiana Amagbeku. May this year be a great year for you, and may be a beautiful one. Cheers to a bigger and better year. Enjoy this new year, ma'am. Away from here, let's see who we are celebrating. Okay, so that will be it for birthdays this morning here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Please do well to keep your wishes coming in to our WhatsApp number 059-269-055-269-7939. 055-269-7939. Let's have your wishes 3 p.m. before your birthday, so we can share with you on your special day. And we take a quick break. We'll be right back.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share. Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share.
Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone. Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong. Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing 1 man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, 1 every hour of the day. But the good news is, We're forming a team to stop that clock. Men united. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men united versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
Or we can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Only a father can understand. Only a husband can understand. Only a man can understand. Prostate cancer. It's about more than fear of cancer. It's about fear of losing urinary control and sexual function. That's why more men turn to Jackson South for robotic surgery than anywhere else in South Florida. Get the facts at jacksonprostatefacts.org. Miracles made daily.
When I saw his face slipping, I knew it was a stroke. I called an ambulance immediately to save the life we've built together.
The way her arm was hanging down wasn't right. I insisted to go straight to the hospital to save a mother and a family.
The way he was talking when the ambulance arrived alerted us. I rang ahead so the hospital staff were ready to save precious time in the future.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, one every hour of the day. But the good news is we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men united. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men united versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
We started from the eastern region where the engagement, I would say, was very fruitful. Had to do with the Kumasi bypasses, the contractors on it, and the directive by Minister for an engagement between the contractors and then the highways authorities to sit down and look at how we can complete those bypasses by end 2027. I think that was good news for the contractors and good news for the motoring public, because once those sections that are left are completed, we are going to have a smoother, ride from Accra to Kumasi, apart from the express highway, which is also on course. The express highway is President Mohammed's vision, which he intends to bring to life but it will not deny the existing, Accra, Kumasi, the attention that it deserves.
We've discussed various ways of completing these projects. As the Chief Executive of Highways said, these projects have suffered major setbacks that have made your work very difficult. Government's intention, as you have heard and we have demonstrated, is not to suspend or cancel any project we inherited. But since then, government has retired about 12 billion of that so far. And so many of you I see here have received good payment, which is probably one of the largest dose of payment within the shortest period of time by any government in our history.
Time now for the WoezorTV report. Let's take a look at the headlines. Thanks so much for joining us. Now let's begin. President John Dramani Mahama says he has no preference over which African country represents the continent on the United Nations Security Council, stressing that what matters is a united and integrated Africa. He says any African country deemed fit by the continent should be supported to represent Africa on the council. President Mahama also condemned xenophobic attacks in South Africa, describing them as an action that undermines efforts towards greater African integration. Speaking on Bigger Than Five, President Mahama said although migration remains an important issue that must be discussed, it cannot be addressed through vigilantism or attacks on foreign nationals.
The problem is who represents us. I think we can reach a consensus on it. Africa needs more integration at this point. And that's why what happened in South Africa is unfortunate, because it comes at a time when we're trying to trade, more amongst ourselves. Mm-hmm. We're trying to improve movement of people and goods across the continent. And so when these, I call them xenophobic, they don't want us to use the word xenophobic, but when these xenophobic actions happen, then it sets back the integration of the continent. Yes, we can discuss the issue of migration, and I think it's something we can put on the agenda of the African Union to discuss. We can discuss the issue of migration, but I do think that you cannot solve migration issues with vigilantism. Vigilantism is not the way to deal with issues of migration. But I'm happy for South Africa and us to put the issue of migration on the agenda of the African Union, because we need free movement of our people. We need better integration. This is when we need integration. I don't mind.
Who do you think would be the best candidate to represent Africa?
Like you said, South Africa is a good candidate. Nigeria is a good candidate. Nigeria is the largest black nation in the world, not in Africa. In the world. And so if Nigeria is a member of the Security Council, Yeah. North Africa. Yes, why not? Egypt, Algeria, Morocco. Why not?
Okay.
They're part of Africa. Several of the countries have, given indication that they are not averse to an expansion of the Security Council. China has expressed support for Africa's request for greater representation in the Security Council. We can expand the veto and give one veto to the new member.
President Mahama further reiterated calls for a reordering of the global economic order, including reforms to the international financial architecture. He says Africa must strengthen its own financial institutions and take bold steps to mobilize the continent's resources for its development. President Mahama believes allocating about 30% of Africa's foreign reserves to the African Development Bank could provide significant financing for development across the continent.
There should be a reordering of the whole global economic order, including the financial architecture. But we cannot wait for that to be given to us on a silver platter. And that's why we're saying that we must come together and strengthen African financial institutions. Again, I'm the champion for strengthening African financial institutions. Africa has billions of dollars in foreign reserves held outside the continent. And so if we even agree that we'll take 30% of our foreign reserves and put it into African Development Bank or an African financial institution so that we could go and borrow at affordable rates for our own infrastructure development, I think that's a starting point. I mean, there's no rule that stops us from putting our reserves in an African financial institution. If we took 30% of our reserves and decided to put it into an African monetary fund, nobody can stop us. On the sidelines of the AU, we normally hold a function for African financial institutions. At the last discussion, this came up, including other ways in which we could strengthen those institutions. And so every year we compare notes and see how we're doing. For instance, the Africa Exim Bank is doing very well in terms of financing, important investments. And so we need a railway to the mines. We need an aluminum refinery. We need a thermal power plant to provide power. These are things that if we decide to go to the international capital market for money, the rate at which we'll borrow will be too expensive. But if we could borrow from an African financial institution at 2%, 3%, I mean, that would be wonderful.
Now, the high-level committee of experts set by President Mahama to prepare Ghana's strategy for his 2027 African Union chairmanship has concluded its work and presented 5 reports to the president. The Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, who chairs the committee, handed over the reports to President Mahama at the presidency on Friday and presented highlights of the committee's work. The report outlined the strategy, priority areas, and work program expected to guide Ghana's leadership of the African Union when President Mahama assumes the chairmanship in January 2027. The Foreign Affairs Minister says the extensive preparations are expected to support a transformative and impactful tenure of President Mahama while advancing Ghana's vision for Africa. Now, away from the president, government has reached an agreement with Adamus Resources Limited to revive and turn around the operations of the indigenous large-scale mining company. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, the Minerals Commission, and Adamus Resources have been tasked to develop a 12-month roadmap for the revival of the mine. As part of the arrangement, a 6-member management team comprising 3 representatives from Adamus and 3 from government will be established to supervise the turnaround process. The roadmap will also address outstanding liabilities owed by Adamus to the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Minerals Income Investment Fund, financial institutions, and suppliers. Government and Adamus will further explore options to inject fresh capital into the operation, including bringing in additional equity partners. The agreement follows a meeting at the presidency to resolve the dispute between the 2 parties and safeguard one of Ghana's few operating indigenous large-scale mines. The 2 sides are expected to submit the 12-month roadmap to the presidency within 2 weeks. Now, away from that, the Director General of the Ghana AIDS Commission, Dr. Kamaseo Prosper Akabon, says HIV status should not be used as a basis to deny anyone employment or promotion. Speaking on WoezorTV's The Interview on Sunday, August 23, Dr. Akabon reacted to reports about 1,300 prospective security recruits were rejected during the recent recruitment exercise after HIV testing explained that a single test cannot be used to confirm an HIV infection, stressing that Ghana's testing protocols requires a 3-test algorithm before a person can be declared HIV positive.
That you have HIV, you need to have it's an algorithm of 3 tests. Okay, so you have to go through that algorithm of 3 tests, and when all of them are positive, then you are now declared a positive patient who would now be enrolled on. So you see the last security recruitment, they said 1,300. Well, a bit of a misunderstanding, because that alone doesn't make the people have HIV. First of all, they have to go through the 3 algorithms of tests before they can be declared that they are positive. Let me say by law that it is not a prerequisite for employment. It is not a prerequisite for employment. It's not a prerequisite for promotion.
Now, Ghana has launched 5 national strategic documents to strengthen the country's preparedness and response to public health emergencies. The framework is expected to improve coordination, information sharing, and emergency operations from the national level down to the regional, district, and community levels.
Has launched 5 national documents to strengthen the country's preparedness and response to public health emergencies. The documents will guide the establishment and operation of public health emergency operation centers at the national, regional, district, and community levels. The initiative is expected to improve coordination during disease outbreaks, disasters, and other emergencies by bringing together information, resources, and expertise from relevant institutions.
Our country has the history of seasonal outbreaks of meningitis, cholera, typhoid, seasonal flu, and other outbreaks, including mpox. Crises test our resilience, but a functional EOC ensures we do not react in silos. It acts as the single command room for real-time surveillance and situational awareness. It bridges the gap between data collection and high-level strategic action and serves as a multi-sectoral unity by connecting health ministries, emergency services, laboratory and animal agencies under one collaborative umbrella.
The 5 documents include a national strategic plan, a public health emergency operations center handbook, standard operating procedures, and 2 frameworks for managing public health workforce surges. The framework forms part of Ghana's broader efforts to strengthen health security and improve its implementation of international emergency response requirements.
Public health emergency preparedness and response cannot be the responsibility of the health sector alone. It requires connected leadership, strong multi-sectoral coordination, timely information sharing, clear accountability, and collective action. The documents we launched today are therefore more than Ghana Health Service documents. They contribute to the national architecture for strengthening public health emergency management and advancing Ghana's national and global health security commitments.
Stakeholders say the focus must now shift from developing the documents to implementing, testing, and continuously updating them to ensure Ghana is ready when the next public health emergency occurs. For WoezorTV, Ellen from Pong.
Now, Chief of Staff Julius Deborah has called for collective action to build a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable Ghana. Speaking at the Ghana Sanitation and Clean Environment Conference held under the theme Towards a Clean Ghana, Collective Action for Sustainable Cities, Responsible Production and Climate Resilience, the Chief of Staff said a cleaner Ghana is not a luxury but a necessity. He said while government must lead the fight through investment, enforcement and accountability, citizens, businesses and institutions must also take responsibility for protecting the environment. The Chief of Staff stressed that no sanitation policy can succeed if citizens continue to litter, businesses neglect responsible production, and institutions fail to enforce environmental standards. He highlighted the need for clean drains, safe sanitation facilities, protection of water bodies, restoration of forests, and responsible waste management. And still on sanitation, Zoom Lion Ghana Limited has commenced a disinfection and disinfestation exercise across markets, public toilets, and other sanitary facilities in the Greater Accra region. The exercise follows the recent flooding in parts of the region and is aimed at reducing the spread of disease-causing organisms and controlling flies, mosquitoes, and other disease vectors. Zoom Lion says the initiatives form part of its corporate social responsibility and will cover all 29 metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies in the region.
Lion is stepping up efforts to protect public health in the aftermath of the recent floods with a region-wide disinfection and disinfestation exercise. The exercise targets markets, public toilets, drains, dumping areas, and other sanitary facilities that may have been exposed to contaminated floodwater. Zoom Lion says the exercise will cover all 29 metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies in the Greater Accra region. The Greater Accra Regional Manager, Ricky Anoche Frempong, says the company is bearing the full cost of the exercise as part of its commitment to supporting the assemblies and protecting the health of residents. He says the chemical being applied are intended to control microorganisms as well as flies and mosquitoes that could increase following flooding. Municipal Environmental Health Officer for Ayawaso North, Richard Donko, explains that the runoff can carry dangerous pathogens from public toilets, septic tanks, drains, and dumping sites into communities. He says the disinfection exercise will increase to help eliminate pathogenic organisms that may have been carried by the floodwaters. As the Greater Accra region continues to deal with the environmental impacts of the recent floods, Zoom Lion says it will sustain the exercise across the 29 MMDAs. The company believes the intervention will complement the work of local assemblies and help reduce the risk of water and sanitation-related diseases in affected communities. For WoezorTV, Rachel Asamoah.
Now, still on issues of sanitation, work has begun to reclaim the Lafa water retention basin at Malam, following years of illegal dumping and encroachment that have severely reduced its capacity and contributed to flooding in Malam, Weja, Dansoman, and surrounding communities. The 48th Engineer Regiment of the Ghana Armed Forces is using heavy equipment to break up compacted waste, dredge the basin, and evacuate the debris to a designated landfill site at Insawam. The exercise also involves the demolition of illegal structures within the water reserve and the construction of protective embankments to prevent further encroachment. Head of Drainage at the Ghana Hydrological Authority, Engineer Richard Kofi Ameko, says restoring the basin's capacity will significantly reduce the impact of flooding, although it may not eliminate it entirely.
Accommodate flows, high flows from those areas, and then hold it for some time before discharging gradually into the sea. But what do we see now? We can see that the place has been heavily filled with solid waste. And according to the June 29th rainfall, you could see that the whole place was submerged. The reason being that the flow from Bale, which runs under the Malam Junction Road, when it got here, at the angle at which they have filled here, did not allow the water to flow towards the sea. So it means that the backwater went into the communities of Blue Lagoon and then Dansuman area. There's another water also that comes from, which is the Lafa. It also takes it from Alaji Tabora, which runs through some part of Santa Maria, also through some point of Antieku, and it comes under the N1, which also discharges here. And that flow is also a high flow. The catchment is very big. Now, there's another flow also from Blue Lagoon. Okay, if I say Blue Lagoon, I'm talking about the Dansuman enclave. Also flows towards here. Looking at the topography, you could see that the Makati Hill, if you look at the up there, you see the hill there. All the flow descends down here. If you look at Dansuman area, Dansuman is also on the higher side. They all discharge into this basin. But if you can see, if you can see what is happening now, it's allowing water not to flow towards the sea. So what happens is that there is backwater into these communities. So if you have the videos of a chance on the 29th downpour that we had, you could see how devastating the place was, how people were in, the whole place was submerged. It's as a result of this. But now the government is in now to scoop all this material. It is a bit challenging. Okay, now this material all has to be evacuated and be sent to a final disposal site. After that is done, I'm sure we're going to have our reservoir back, which will accommodate a lot of flow. And it will mitigate the flood that we do experience. Even though we might experience flooding, but the magnitude, the level of flooding that we had, we might not see so. And I thank government for this.
And now the commander of the 14th Engineer Brigade, Brigadier General Richard Kine, says the clearing and evacuation of the waste will take months, with haulage expected to take place at night. The Flood Mitigation Task Force says similar works are ongoing at Oyarifa, Its Lagoon, and Dekpeshi Lagoon, with work expected to begin at Dekpeshi Laboma Beach area next week to reopen the channel into the sea. The authorities are appealing to residents to stop illegal dumping and encroachment and are urging the private sector to support the flood mitigation program. Now, away from that, administrator of the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, Obobiada Kopuku, has marked her 49th birthday by giving back to young people, donating 50,000 Ghana cedis alongside educational and menstrual hygiene supplies to the Anglican Young People's Association, Diocese of Koforidua. The gesture forms part of AYPA's 30th anniversary community outreach aimed at supporting the dignity, education, and well-being of young people.
Obobiada Kopuku, administrator for the Ghana Medical Trust Fund, has chosen to mark her 49th birthday by giving back to young people, donating 50,000 Ghana cedis and educational and menstrual hygiene supplies to the Anglican Young People's Association, Diocese of Koforidua. The donation, presented at St. John the Divine Anglican Church in Nsawam, includes 10,000 packs of sanitary pads, 5,000 stationery pouches, 5,000 pencils and 5,000 pens in support of AYPA's community outreach. Speaking during the presentation, Bishop of the Anglican Diocese of Koforidua, Right Reverend Felix Odeyananse, expressed gratitude to Obobiada Kopuku for supporting children and young people through the initiative.
Madam Obobia, on behalf of the Anglican Diocese of Koforidua, I sincerely thank you for remembering the children who may easily be forgotten. By this gesture, you are helping to put smiles on their faces.
The gesture fulfills a promise Obobia made in April after AYPA representatives visited her office and shared their vision of supporting children and young people through practical interventions. For Obobiada Kopuku, the donation goes beyond the items being presented. She believes simple interventions can make a meaningful difference in a young person's life.
I want us to see this donation as an investment in dignity, confidence, and education. A sanitary pad can help a young girl stay in school with confidence. A pen or a pencil can help a child participate fully in class. A stationery pouch can give a student the simple tools they need to learn. Sometimes, what may appear small to us can mean so much to a child. If this donation can make one girl feel more confident, help one child participate more fully in class, or remind even one child that somebody believes in their future, then I will consider this birthday beautifully celebrated.
As AYPA celebrates 30 years of service, Obobiada Opoku says her birthday gesture is a gift of gratitude and love to young people. She hopes the initiative will help more children feel supported, participate confidently in school, and see their future as one worth investing in. Reporting for WoezorTV, Belinda Anand Kwanzaa.
Now, the Member of Parliament for Madina, Dr. Francis Xavier Sosu, has presented assorted items to Assembly members and ward coordinators in the constituency to support community outreach activities. The donation is aimed at equipping local representatives to extend support to residents in their communities. The items include rice, mattresses, mosquito nets, buckets, street lights, and football jerseys, alongside cash support. Mr. Sosu says the initiative is also intended to strengthen the ability of Assembly members and ward coordinators to respond to the community needs on behalf of his office.
Members of the Madina Municipal Assembly, the Madina Langpatra Municipal Assembly, and of course with our government appointees and all the ward coordinators within Madina, so that can present to them street lights, jerseys, because we know there's a lot of football galas going on around us, rice. We also have mattresses, we have mosquito nets, we have buckets, and then of course some small cash support the work that they do. And we believe that this should be able to empower the Assembly members and the ward coordinators for them to continue to represent the interests of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and a reset agenda in their various communities.
Time now for some international news. Now, at least 30 people have been killed in a mound of rubbish at a major wayside collapsed onto nearby communities in Guinea's capital, Conakry. Another 22 people were injured, including 6 seriously in the city's Dar es Salaam area. Significant resources and personnel, including the military, have been deployed to search for survivors after the collapse at about 2 o'clock local time on early morning of Sunday, August 23, following heavy rain overnight. One woman told local media that her 5 children had died in the disaster. There are fears that the death toll would rise further. Now, this brings us to the end of the WoezorTV reports. Many thanks for joining us. I am Karen Na Uyu Kwoti.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle,
or grandfather. You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share. Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share. Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone. Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Welcome back for Sports Update on the Breakfast Cafe. My name is Godfred Amwafu. We're starting from the camp of the National Sports Authority because after they launched the Resource Mobilization and Partnership Committee, they've been engaged in a series of activities, and over last week on Friday, they engaged the media as part of effort to gather input on the implementation of the constituency games and strengthen support for grassroots sports development in Ghana. Now, the consultative engagement held at the ESP Hotel in Accra and brought together media practitioners, NSA officials, representatives, and other stakeholders within Ghana's sporting community. The meeting formed part of preparations for the upcoming constituency games, of course, which seek to provide young people across the country with opportunities to participate in organized sports while creating a platform for talent identification and development at the community level. Now, the engagement also followed the recent inauguration of the Mobilization Committee, which has been tasked with mobilizing resources and forging strategic partnerships to support sports development in the country. So the community games is taking shape very soon. You see it in your various constituencies. So get prepared. If your team just gets prepared for that, you are going to see some games happening in your constituency. And that is targeted at raising or getting talent, young ones, of course, to feed the national teams and even the clubs in this country. Kudos to the NSA for this initiative. We are still supporting you as media in this regard. Now, let's go straight to Europe, because over the weekend we have a lot of actions in all the major leagues across Europe, England, Spain, Germany. But then what took center stage is what we are going to talk about, not even the results. Now, let's go Madrid forward. Julian Alvarez, you know that there are a lot of rumors about him going to Barcelona, but over the weekend, their game, he was booed by his own fans amid speculations amid his future as his side drew with Villarreal in the La Liga opener. Now, Alvarez said during the World Cup that he wants to leave Atletico to fulfill his dream, and has since been linked with move to Arsenal and Barcelona ahead of the transfer deadline day on September 1. He started on the bench against Villarreal, but was jeered while warming up, and there were even louder boos when he came on in the 66th minute. This thing we've never seen of Atletico Madrid. but it shows that if you're a player, you play for such a team, your commitment level is highly recommended. And so yesterday after the game, all the players went to the fans to commend them and even thank them for their support, but only Alvarez was seen leaving the scene. Diego Simone, who is the boss of the team, the manager, suggested afterwards, however, that it was a pre-agreed club decision for the forward to not join his teammates at full time and head to the dressing room instead. And so this morning, if you've seen the video circulating, it means that the team agreed that Alvarez will not join the rest of the team after the end of the game. And so he was the only player that was left moving to the tunnel, and it wasn't easy for him. But let's talk about the other side of Madrid, which is the Real Madrid. And this time around, their boss, Jose Mourinho, I've told you that this morning sports is not going to be about the results, but going to be about the incident that happened in the various games. Madrid played in their opener and they won by 1-0. Now, after the game, Jose Mourinho spoke. Here he was speaking in Spanish, and it was about Vinicius Jr. He says that he has told him to manage his emotions after claiming the winger is being bullied on the pitch. You saw the game, he was smashed by the opponent. Now, the 63-year-old's comment came after the Brazilian picked up an avoidable yellow card in a 2-1 La Liga opener win over Espanyol for an argument with midfielder Kala in the first half. Vinicius Jr. has been the target of regular abuse during his 8 years of Real Madrid, including the 9th Mourinho was in Benfica dugout when Gianluca Prestini was accused of racially abusing the Brazilian, a claim the Argentine denied, and of which there was a rule which was named as the Prestini rule. If you cover your mouth to talk to an opponent, you'll be shown direct record. You saw that in the World Cup. And so, according to Jose Mourinho, he's calming the boy down, trying to help him manage his emotions, because sometimes it takes away the shine on the field of play. And so that's what Jose Mourinho is telling us this morning. Let's talk about Arsenal, because they have held talks with Saudi Arabian club Al Hilal over the sale of winger Gabriel Martinelli. Now, the Brazil international is free to leave the club this summer, with manager Mikel Arteta making it clear to the attacker that he is not in his plans. Arteta. Now, Turkish club Galatasaray showed interest in Martinelli earlier this summer, but the Brazilian would not consider a move to Istanbul despite Arsenal receiving 45 million euros. Now, it is understood that Al Hilal have communicated to Arsenal that they're willing to bid higher than Galatasaray's offer. Martinelli, who joined Arsenal from Brazilian side Itano in 2019, has 12 months remaining on his deal at the Emirates Stadium. Now, Martinelli made 53 appearances in all competitions last season, scoring 11 goals as the Gunners won the English Premier League. And so if the deals go through, probably you're not going to see Martinelli in the Arsenal squad in that regard. But the deadline, we are also keeping an eyes on it to see who will move at the latter part. But then let's talk about sad incident that happened over the weekend in South Africa. Two-time world champion Zulani Tete has been shot dead outside his home in South Africa. The 38-year-old was killed in what has been described as an ambush in Mdantsini, Eastern Cape, on Friday. Now, officials said Tete was in his car waiting for the gate to his house to open when two armed suspects in balaclavas emerged from the vehicle and fired multiple shots at him and the 27-year-old female passenger, who remains in hospital due to critical injury that sustained from the gunshot. But the boxer is dead as we speak, and so South African Sports Minister has also commended the police and their effort to ensure that justice is served. But Tete is no more with us. He is WBO bantamweight title holder from 2017 to 2019, as well as the IBF Superflight title in 2014. Tete beat Liverpool's Paul Butler in 2015 in one of the 8 times he fought in the United Kingdom. He also holds Guinness World Record for the fastest knockout in the title fight, ending his match with Sibonizo Gonya inside 11 seconds in 2017. May you so rest in peace. And this is where you draw the curtains on sports. My name is Godfred Amoa for Entertainment. It's happiness to stay.
Or we can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Happy New Week. You're welcome back from the quick break. You're still watching the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asantua. Now let's look at some headlines in the world of entertainment. Sarkodie is set for one night in Accra experience in Washington, D.C. when the Shea wins Artist of the Year at Ghana Music Awards USA. Oforian Ponsa opens up about his switch from high life to gospel. I Star changed my life, Don Jazzy. Now let's look at the details of these stories. And Ghanaian rap star Sarkodie is set to bring the Accra nightlife experience to Washington, D.C. with a special event dubbed One Night in Accra. The event is scheduled for September 5 at a Kama DC live music venue and will run from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. Organized in partnership with Afro Plus and Accra to the World, the event will celebrate Ghanaian music and culture for music lovers and also members of the African diaspora. It comes during the Afro Plus Festival weekend, where Sarkodie is also billed alongside major African and Caribbean artists, including Davido, Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Olamide, and Adenkule Gold. And this is also another event that we are all greatly anticipating to experience and witness outside the motherland, which is Ghana. So congratulations to the team on putting this together. I mean, Accra to the World has been happening for quite some time now, and they've been doing great things for God knows how long they have been doing it. I mean, they've been killing it, by the way. So it's good to see that this year too, people in Washington, D.C. get to experience such an amazing celebration event, and we have none other than the landlord himself. So please purchase a ticket if you can, and then tell a friend to tell another friend so that you can go and enjoy Accra to the world, especially for those of you who have not had the experience or the Ghanaian experience for a very, very, very long time, because there are people out there who are yearning to experience Ghana. So this is your opportunity. This is definitely your time. Now let's talk about Ghanaian singer Wendy Shea. Now she has been crowned Artist of the Year at the 2026 Ghana Music Awards USA. Her win was among several major victories for Ghanaian artists at the ceremony held in the United States. Shatta Wale took home Concert of the Year, while Kwabena Kwabena was named High Life Artist of the Year. PSA Esther also secured 2 major awards, winning Gospel Artist of the Year, Gospel Song of the Year. Medical Shatta Wale and B-Strap KOTM won Most Popular Song of the Year for Shoulder. The awards also recognized Ghanaian artists and creative based in the United States across several categories. So a huge congratulations going out to Wendy Shea on this one. These are some of the things that I always say that we love to see. Another win for our home girl. So that's a great one and a good one, as a matter of fact. So I'm hoping that everybody comes together so that we can celebrate our star girl, okay, Wendy Shea, to the win Artist of the Year, Papa. So yes, I'm super excited for her. Now let's look at what is happening in other news. And Ghanaian high life musician Oforian Ponsa has opened up about the personal struggles that influenced his decision to temporarily switch from high life to gospel music. Speaking on a tour, the Otolega hitmaker said his relationship with God remains an important part of his life, even though he does not necessarily attend church regularly. Oforian Ponsa explained that he considers his personal connection with God more important than simply attending church. He said prayers remain as important and a very important part of his life, and stressed the need for people to maintain a close relationship with God.
Omo feel say me ko gospel and answer me but microphone she dan team say as I say when we say na me catch about musicians, they say you go through a lot. So one year who be one say oh twin bone 1 year now the baby because of the pressures of fame. So until that time no and no be a esisi ma brabom no na yese me dem ho ye de ekote nyamem seka that time no manya ke bia na nka mentiase nti omo mfa nche me but ensem bia nya ensem nya na e bia maka one day mecho book mama nkrofo ye de enya entiase e wo sa no.
So yes, so this is also a current update when it comes to Oforian Ponsa. And you and I know that although and your remix is still out there and people are streaming, and you need to add that song to your playlist also as well. With this one, he said what he has to say, and I mean, yeah, sometimes, you know, people don't go to church, but they have good relationship with God. But someone also told me that that is what people who don't pray, that's their excuse mostly or almost all the time. But yeah, let's take it from him. Probably he knows exactly what he's saying and what he is doing. So let's cut him some slack and let's give him a break on that. I mean, people repent every Sunday. In fact, when we go to church, there are people that come in to accept or receive God as their Christ and their personal Savior. So please, let's calm down, okay? There's a new era in Oforian Ponsa's life. You just have to accept it. So let's look at what is also happening in Nigeria. Nigerian music executive Don Jazzy has revealed that Ira Star has had a significant impact on his life, describing her as his dream star girl. Reacting to a post about his role in Ira Star's career, Don Jazzy recalled discovering the singer through an Instagram freestyle. He said he is grateful for the moment he came across her talent and credited Ira Star with changing his own life. Don Jazzy signed Ira Star to Maven Records in 2020 after being impressed by their freestyle videos and song covers. Since then, she has grown into one of Nigeria's leading Afrobeat stars, recording international hits and earning recognition across the globe. So yes, this is also another way to celebrate our star girl Ira Star, And also on that note, to remind you that the Star Girl album is out and it is generating some buzz around it, so you need to check it out. You need to give the album a listen, and it is a must listen to album, so you actually need to add that also to your playlist. Look for your favorite song on there and make sure that you're always jamming to it. So this is one of those things that sometimes people say that, oh, I mean, this person has been a blessing into your life, and then what have you, but he is saying that it goes hand ways, right? We always say the hand go hand come. You bless me, I bless you too, and they've both been a blessing in each other's life, and no two ways about that. So yes, congratulations going out to our star. We are still wishing her a speedy recovery and hoping that she'll gain her full strength and come back hard with some concert here and there for you and I to enjoy and have fun with it. So yes, another week to give you more entertainment update here on the show, but this is why I draw the curtains down for today's entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asanto, and on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Tune Talk comes your way. We talk the tune and we live the vibe. So do well to join me on Wednesday right here on WoezorTV at exactly 2 o'clock p.m. Until then, take off yourself, enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.
Story, my escapade in Kwando. You know, when you are young, you behave as a boy, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I asked, I mean, what exactly are you going to do in town? You go town and can knock you, what would you say? You go town, they say, hey, somebody throws stone at you. What will you go and say?
You called for it.
Yeah, exactly. And you see, that's why I always say that you have that oversight responsibility as a young person to take care of yourself. What are you even going to do in town?
Yeah.
And for a fact that allegedly you claim the man wanted to do this and that, and you followed him into his room without raising an alarm.
She did.
Yes,
so that's how come the boys.
Yes, that's her case. Assuming the boys had not come, what would have really happened? What would have gone into it? How come the man even had his shirt off?
Maybe he was ready for action.
You know. And for me now, this is what I'll say. If you are a parent out there, please keep an eye on your child, especially the girl child. No two ways about it. I know what I am saying. The girl child is delicate.
Yeah.
Treat that girl as a yoke. You know, else what you don't want to see in 3 years, in 4 years, in 5 years will happen.
Oh yeah.
And then you start counting your stars back to the day when the whole thing started. Keep an eye on her. No matter how busy you are, you send her to the school, you pay the fees, you do everything for this girl. How would you allow her? You know. So me, I'll rest my case on that particular one. Hopefully, I think the authorities will take charge of it. The one in Bolgatanga is also on.
No, in fact, from Bole, how far with the teacher? Has he been arrested?
Yeah.
I learned he ran away. Has he been caught? Any leads about him?
But I do see videos on TikTok precisely. Is he AI? Am I too old to distinguish between AI and
real
original?
time thing now?
Because it's on radio. I mean, on tape. People interviewed him and. Blah, blah,
So
blah,
where is he?
A good question.
Bolgatanga girls now. Where are those people to? What is happening to them?
Oh, it started from my town.
See, now this MIM Senior High School. Are we going to keep recording them and then they said they would suspend the teachers pending investigation, GES code of conduct, then they will send Fanny to come and write long English for us. We'll read and then talk about it and that is it.
Well, interesting days ahead.
No, honestly, we need to move beyond some of these things.
Out of this.
Taking a cue, but what exactly are they going to do? Is it always about suspending the teachers? If this thing, other professions that hold license, then revoke your license. Revoke it so that they can't work anymore. Do something to them. What does the law say about some of these things?
No, but the laws are clear. I mean, that a teacher cannot have any intimacy with
exactly, and it's in the code of conduct too. Yeah. So after these things are brought to light, what do they do to those teachers?
And the teachers are punished. They are transferred.
Are they punished? They'll transfer worse. And so they will go there and go and do the same thing. They will tell you the worst thing they can do to me is to transfer me. And transferring them from, you transfer a teacher from Accra to somewhere in Goso, you have helped the teacher because standard of living there is relatively cheaper. He will come back to Accra as a rich man.
Anyway.
So what kind of society are we building for ourselves? Imagine this girl did a lot of things are just be running through my mind. Imagine this girl didn't call her male friends. And as you ask, imagine they didn't show up. What would have happened to her? Would she have been able to talk about it? Or should have carried this guilt and this thing to when?
Anyway, we'll wait to see how it pans out in the coming days. Now, we need to draw curtains on today's edition. Tomorrow, hopefully, we'll come back with another edition of the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. Thanks to the team for helping put this one together. Up next is Full Time. Yes, the leagues are back. So Full Time crew will bring us all the updates. And tomorrow we'll come back with the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. My name is Randy Haji. I've been doing this together with Godfred and the team as well. Thanks for watching. It's a wrap for now. Do enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye-bye.